Right now. The basketball tournament. $1 million is on the line and a chance to win a championship. Winner take all. It's the TBT on WING.
All right, everybody, welcome in. It's the TBT on WING. We are live here at University of Dayton Arena. Justin Kinner, former Flyer Norm Grevey. And Norm, we have attempted this for since 2020. We have done the TBT every year here on WING, hoping to get to call a Red Scare Carmen's Crew matchup, and it's finally happened. Both teams getting the first round victory on Saturday, which has set up this round 2 matchup here at UD Arena. The Red Scare Carmen's Crew, Ohio State Dayton. Finally, we get this matchup.
Yes, great matchup, great coaches, and we're going to see some great basketball. I'm really excited with the Red Scare's toughness. They've improved the inside game this year. They were a little more better, much better defensively. And then Carmen's Crew, these guys are bulldogs. Let me tell you, they're big, strong, and this game's going to be won inside the paint. And a throwback, old school, smash them up, backyard brawl.
Well, I'm excited just for a look from a Carmen's Crew perspective. Obviously, you've had Jared Solinger, who's been coaching this team since 2017. In fact, he was the coach of the Carmen's Crew team that won the title back in 19. But he's laced them up, and you get to see that overlap of eras. Mm-hmm. You get Thad Mott as Jared Solinger teaming up with the Chris Holtman era, of course, of Andre Wesson. So that's pretty neat. Or Caleb Wesson, I'm sorry. The two bigs down low for Ohio State's Carmen's Crew. That's where the Red Scares got to focus in on as far as focusing in on the bigs down low. Obviously, the Ohio State's team could shoot, but the bigs down low is something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. Great call. And I do think that the Red Scare adding Santos Silva is a major plus. Josh Cunningham looks like a different player. He's in shape this year. And it's also going to be a battle of point guards. I think Scucci really has to take control of the game. Keyshawn Woods is an excellent defender, strong 6'3" guard. So you're going to see two guys going at it, and then Solinger, old school, back it inside basketball. And then you have Red Scare adding Wes Clark. And then, of course, our savior, Baby D, Darrell Davis, has been great with Mike Sell. So this is going to be a great matchup with the guys.
Absolutely. Again, as far as the starting lineups are concerned, we'll start with Dayton Flyers, the Red Scare, the 2 seed, Norm. Starting at point guard will be Scucci Smith. At guard will be Wes Clark. Darrell Davis will be the shooting forward. Power forward, Ryan Mikesell, and the big guy in the middle, Josh Cunningham. The Flyers Red Scare will be without Trey Landers here tonight. They were without Grant Basile, the 7-footer from Wright State. They were without him on Saturday. He is active for tonight,
right?
As far as that's concerned. So to have that guy have a big coming off the bench.
Coach Gruden's not here tonight.
Yep, no Coach Gruden. Obviously, he has some family matters to attend to back at home. I'm not sure what's out there. I don't want to put stuff out. Everything's fine. I just don't know what's out there, so I don't want to be the one that does that nonetheless. But as far as Carmen's Crew, Eric Neal will get the start at point guard. DeSanta Bradford, the shooting guard, number 8. Andre Wesson, one half of the Wesson brothers, the shooting forward, number 5. Jared Solinger at power forward, and Caleb Wesson will get the start at center. But I'm fascinated by the Solinger-Wesson 1-2 punch. I remember Wesson from college at Ohio State. Obviously, he used to have a bigger build to him. He's definitely thinned out, no doubt.
Yes, he's leaned up. That's what professional basketball will do to you instead of beer and pizza, right?
Maybe I should be playing some professional basketball.
No, but he is going to be the matchup that the Red Scare is really going to have to contend with, more so than Solinger. That Wesson is really a tough player. Can score from different areas on the court, whether it's 3-point, mid-range, gets after on the boards. But we do have Mike Sell, who's really improved. It seems like each year he gets better.
Oh yeah.
Scucci is Scucci. Josh Cunningham looks thinned down a little bit. Darrell Davis had a great game last night or Saturday. I just think this is a toss-up. As much as I'm a Red Scare homer, to me this is a truly toss-up game. Really, the turnovers, the rebounds, who has their legs in this game is going to be key.
All right, so now both teams are officially at center court. And by the way, if you're just tuning in here on 1410 ESPN Radio, Ohio State's Carmen's Crew, the Dayton Flyers Red Scare, the basketball tournament, Two alumni rosters getting set to go head-to-head. Battle of Ohio, Scoochie Smith and Jared Sullinger just kind of meeting before the official tip. But it'll be Caleb Weston and Josh Cunningham for the jump, and coming away with it will be Neal for Carmen's crew. Winning the jump is Weston, and we'll get to see Carmen's crew get their first crack at a half-court set here.
Dayton in man-to-man, trying to go ISO into Sullinger right out of the gate.
I mean, Sullinger's such a big player, such a big presence down low, and that's who they went to right away. Unfortunately, Josh Cunningham kind of tripped and fell, and they took advantage. Carmen's crew a 2-0 advantage after one possession. Scoochie will run the offense, trying to set it up. He's being heavily guarded by Neal at the top, and they're going to call a foul here early. Eric Neal from University of Texas Arlington, a non-Buckeye on the roster. They have
a few non-Buckeyes on that hub. I really like the Scott Thomas who comes off the bench. He plays like he's about 40 years old, but he's a tough cookie out there.
Dale Davis gets the ball inbounds to Josh Cunningham, who's being picked up by Sullinger on the far left wing. Right-hand dribble, going to try to back down Sullinger. Crossover, tries to get him off his feet, leans in, draws contact. Josh Cunningham kisses it off the glass. He thought a whistle should be blown there.
That was a great back to the basket move and a fadeaway bank like Elvin Hayes from the old days.
All right, now with the ball on the far right wing is DeSanta Bradford for Carmen's crew. They go back inside. Nice little up and under move. Can't get the shot to fall. That was Weston on the miss. Cunningham coming away with the rebound. Outlets it to Scoochie. Scoochie pushing tempo. And, of course, he's picked up by Andre Weston. I like that matchup there. Ball down the corner. Trying to get the ball inside, and it's deflected away. That was Daryl Davis trying to get the ball in the block. And he's going to go up with the left hand. No good. Scoochie coming away with the defensive rebound. Not a good look for the Buckeyes in transition. Scoochie going to back down Wesson. Nothing cooking there. Back out to the corner. 7:35 to go. A 2-0 lead it's a 2-all here. Carmen's crew and Red Scare. Cunningham cutting to the basket. Good find by Scoochie Smith, Norm.
Yeah, so we're trying to put Sullinger, get him away from the paint, get him out there in the screen and roll. Poor screen and roll defense by the Carmen's crew.
All right, ball at the top of the key. Little step back jumper, no good. Skying for the rebound there was Wes Clark. Now here comes Scoochie again. Scoochie going to back down the defender. I think that's Neal who picked him up. It is. Scoochie going to spin move along the baseline, go up, nothing cooking there, and finds Josh Cunningham cutting to the basket. Cunningham, his second bucket of the night, a 4-2 Red Scare lead.
Great move by Cunningham. Great move by Scoochie trying to post up to smaller Neal.
Caleb Weston being guarded by Ryan Mikesell. Weston goes to that right shoulder, goes up, blocked by Ryan Mikesell. Mikesell, not as big as Weston, but that length and that wingspan, very good defensive
Great shot
play.
block. Surprised that Weston not able to get that off, and Mikesell having a great defensive stand right there.
All right, so it's going to be our first time out here. The opening quarter, 6:41 to go, a 6-2 4-point advantage for Red Scare over Carmen's crew here. And in the opening matchup, again, this is the first time these two teams have played since 2019. The last time these two teams played in the TBT was back
at Capital University, yeah.
And was Coach Goodwin was leading.
I think Devin Oliver had the dunk to win the game, and then in years past, Red Scare went to the Final Four and lost to Marquette. They went on to, a few years ago, they went to the Final Eight, right? Or did they get to the Final Four again and lost to the champions? Right here at the arena, we called that game. They beat West Virginia's team. Yeah, boy, that was a heck of a game.
Yeah, we called quite a few games. They got deep into that one.
We called games during COVID.
Back at the studio.
We're pros at this now, Justin.
I was going to say, it's a well-oiled machine at this point. All right, we come back out of the timeout again. It's a 6-2 Red Scare lead over Carmen's crew. 6:41 to go. Wesson with the ball on the left wing, being patient, letting the play kind of develop through. Dribbles in, loses it. Coming away with the loose ball was Wes Clark, and they quickly get it to Scoochie Smith, who's now setting up the half court. He decides to pull up three, hits every part of the rim, but bounces out, and that was one that the crowd wanted right there. He wanted to kind of really put them up big there. Would have been a 9-2 lead. Weston goes inside to Sullinger, and Sullinger making it look easy. Cunningham's a very big presence down low, but he looks small compared to Sullinger right now.
Yeah, he just got a little high on the front. You don't have to front him every time down, and he got caught up on the high-low. Red Scare was really struggling, kind of getting some ball movement. A lot of one-on-one. Looks like Durrell rolled his ankle in transition. They have numbers. Carmen's crew hits the three. That wasn't a good sequence for us.
No, that the Carmen's crew, the Buckeye that hit the shot, Eric Neal from the left wing coming back, and that makes it 6-4 or 7-6. I'm sorry.
Terrell just went out. Seibert is in.
Coach Bonsu, Jeremiah Bonsu, leading the way for Red Scare here. So now setting up the offense. You have Clark here for Red Scare, trying to get the ball to Jordan Seibert, who just checked in to replace Darrell Davis. How about Jordan Seibert coming off the bench? Seibert being picked up by Sullinger. Seibert, hesitation dribble, contested shot from the corner, no good. Hits the front of the rim. Ball is loose, deflected out of bounds. They're saying Wesson touched it last. It'll stay here with the Red Scare.
Seibert and Sullinger played together. They were teammates, also played against each other in the state final, Northland over Princeton High School.
Oh, man, I remember those Northland teams, too.
Man, they were really good.
Yeah.
Well, we had Jalen Robinson and a few other guys come here play at UD from that Northland squad. And then Jalen went on to Ohio State. That was a heck of a basketball team they had.
All right, here we go now. And now Neal for Carmen's crew is going to bring the ball up the floor. Carmen's crew has a 7-6 advantage with 5:25 to go here in the quarter. Bradford being picked up by Seibert. Seibert forces him to give it up. Sullinger, who's hit a couple shots inside, takes the three. No good. Scoochie Smith sky in for the high defensive rebound. All of a sudden picks up the motor, pushing tempo, kicks it out. Ryan Mikesell, good extra ball movement right there. Another one. Clark wide open from the top of the key. Can't get that shot to fall. Wesson.
That was great ball movement, though. Ball got reversed to the open man. Seibert passed up an open three to Clark. Didn't hit it.
Sullinger demanding the ball down on the block. Trying to back down Cunningham. Cunningham did a good job defensively, trying to keep him on the block, and Scoochie came from behind to deflect it away, and that's Seibert in transition. Shots missed. Offensive rebound nearly coming away there. With it was Wes Clark almost, but they can't come up with it. So now Neal with it for Carmen's crew back at the other end. Going to come off a Wesson ball screen. Sullinger with it in the left wing. Quickly gets it over into the corner to Andre Wesson. Andre Wesson going to put the ball on the deck, go up with the right hand. Scoop shot, no good. Jordan Seibert. Quite a few players. That ball seems slick or something.
Yeah. Well, a little nerves out here. Big crowd. Seibert, good defense, though, in Wesson. That's what the Carmen's crew is going to want to take you off the dribble versus shooting the three. Got to be able to play the drive.
Scoochie Smith, cross-court pass. It's picked up by Wes Clark, and he can't get that shot to fall. And Wesson with a quick outlet pass, coming quickly back in transition is Bradford, and Bradford gets the shot to fall. See, Kyle Young, potentially for the first time tonight, he's going over to the scores table for Carmen's crew, the former Buckeye. 9-6, Carmen's crew with the advantage.
The Red Scares just not able to make a shot from outside right now. They're went cold.
Scoochie Smith coming off the high ball screen, and they're going to call some contact up there. I believe that'll be called on Andre Wesson. And that'll be the case. So a couple substitutions coming in for Carmen's crew. We're going to see Jamel Morris check in, as well as for the first time Keyshawn Woods, the former Buckeye. And that's going to be another timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Carmen's crew has a 9-6 advantage. Red Scare, they've gone on quite the scoring slump as of late. We'll talk about that more when we come back. You're listening to the TBT on WING.
If you need new roofing, siding or gutters, skylights or patio enclosures, if you're a homeowner or business and need someone you can trust, don't take a chance. Enhance with Lance. Lance Roofing and Siding has been satisfying customers since 1993 and hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. See Lance Roofing and Siding at their new location at 6903 Dayton Springfield Road in Enon. Call for a free estimate at 864-2722. That's 864-2722. Online at lanceroofing.com. Did you know Chevrolet of Troy is offering savings up to $10,000 off new Chevys and the lowest prices in the area? We take pride in being your premium dealership to buy your new Chevy for the absolute lowest price, guaranteed. Over 100 brand new Chevys to choose from. Customer service is our top priority, and we make financing easy. Being a full-service, state-of-the-art premium dealership makes Chevrolet of Troy your absolute best choice. For your new Chevy, 1375 South Market Street and online at ChevroletofTroy.com.
It's the TBT on WING.
welcome you back. Justin Kenner, former Dayton Flyer Norm Grevey with you here on Dayton's ESPN Radio, 1410 Wing AM. It's the TBT on WING, and this is year number 5 that Norm Grevey and I have been on the call bringing you Red Scare and Carmen's Crew action. It's actually the first time since we've been calling games where these two teams have actually squared off against one another. But a fun one here tonight at the arena. A 9-6 3-point advantage. Carmen's Crew over the Red Scare. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Carmen's Crew, they've been very effective defensively. Red Scare, they've gone on quite a few minutes without a bucket.
Yeah, they're 0 for 4 from 3, 4 straight misses, and they've got 3 turnovers. Darrell Davis rolled his ankle barely. I didn't really see how he went down. I think they need to get Solinger in that screen and roll, put him in the screen and roll, and let Scucci attack and try to hit some threes. Silva is in the game. He's going to add some toughness. A little change of scenery. Darrell's back in the game. Grant Basili, get him on the block and do some work. The former Wright State star. He's the second or third Wright State player to play on Red Scare.
Yeah, I think it's the third one. We've seen we saw A.J. Packer last year, so I was reading the back of that jersey real quick.
A.J. Packer, and then they had the wing from the city. Joe Thomason,
yep.
Yeah.
So checking in again for the first time for the Red Scare, as we talked about, Grant Basili, who wasn't available. Darrell Davis, you're glad to see him back out there. Unfortunately, he has his shot deflected from the corner, and now we'll see if the defense can turn to offense for Carmen's Crew. Woods with the ball quickly gets in the entry pass inside to Solinger. Solinger tries to get it to the corner, nearly deflected by Scucci Smith, and the 3 from the wing is good. That's a big shot right there for Jamel Morris.
Jamel Morris can shoot the basketball for sure.
Played at Glenville State from 2011 to 13, and then Fairmont State from 14 to 16. And a huge response right there. That's Grant Basili. He just checked into the game for Carmen's Crew. And the former Raider buries the first 3.
Yeah, that was a great release.
The last time he played at this arena was the NCAA First Four, when he led the Raiders to their first tournament win in program history. Solinger with the ball at the top, or at the free throw line extended up on the block. Going to back down the defender. He quickly gets it off. That's a big 3 if it goes. Back-to-back threes. Morris starting to heat up.
Yeah, he can shoot it. He's a lefty. And they're just doing a little inside-out action. Can't fall asleep on the perimeter. A little late on the contest by Seibert.
Scucci Smith going to come quickly. Gets it back out. Basili hit the last 3, guarded by Solinger. This time getting loose with it. Didn't handle that pressure there. That was Santos Silva, as you mentioned earlier, former VCU Ram.
That's 4 turnovers in the first quarter here, and that's not a recipe for basketball, winning basketball, as we discussed. Rebounding, very key. Limiting your turnovers, and whoever has the legs to make shots. And so far, Morris and Neal have hit 3 threes, and that's basically the difference in this game. It's 15-9, Carmen's Crew.
All right, Morris with the inbounds pass to Solinger. Solinger being guarded by Santos Silva. Solinger pushed out to near the 3-point line. Now he's going to back him down. 2:08 to go, 15-9. The lead for Carmen's Crew, and that is missed by Solinger. And Darrell Davis coming away with the rebound. Quickly outlets that pass to Wes Clark. Wes Clark gets the ball in the paint, picks up his dribble, gets it back out to Darrell Davis. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Wes Clark back with it. Basili calling for it. Right-hand dribble by Clark, going to go at Kyle Young. This time finds Basili in the block. Basili goes up, and he hammers it in over Jared Solinger. 5 points for Grant Basili, and now a couple big buckets for the Red Scare coming out of that last timeout with 1:37 to go.
Yeah, he wanted the basketball. Wes Clark with the drive and dish on the block. Nice move by Grant Basili. Over his back.
Morris picked up by Basili, and now Santos Silva picking up Solinger. Solinger going to use his big frame to back him down. A little fadeaway jumper. Rolls off. No good. Basili with the defensive rebound. Quickly gets it to Wes Clark. Wes Clark now pushing tempo. About 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. 15-11. Carmen's Crew with the lead. Wes Clark, hesitation dribble. Gets it outside. Big 3 by Basili. Misses that one. Darrell Davis looking for his first bucket of the night. Nearly loses it. Picks up his dribble along the baseline. No man's land right there. And another near turnover. It is a turnover. Solinger forces the steal. Solinger, big man, but he's all over the floor, Norm.
Yeah, 2 things. The Red Scare is not doubling anymore, and they're letting Solinger go one-on-one, and they've had a little success with that. And then on the other end, Red Scare with 5 turnovers now. That's You got to cut those turnovers down. Darrell Davis had a wide open three, passed it up, went baseline, which is always dangerous. Got caught in trouble down there. Great defense by Kyle Young, which is something that he brings every game in his career.
All right, checking into the game for Carmen's crew, Scott Thomas from Bowling Green. Going up for that shot was Jamel Morris, and he's fouled on the layup attempt.
Yeah, Wes Clark for Red Scare forced team to his strong side, so Morris is a lefty. He's got 2 threes. You want him to go right and force it and deny that screen. Make him deny that screen going left.
Jamel Morris for Carmen's crew now at the free throw line. He's hit a couple big threes already here tonight, 15-11, make it 16-11. The first free throw is good. So Santos Silva going to step off the floor, and we'll see Scoochie Smith and Jordan Seibert check back into the game, and we're going to see
Cleveland Melvin was coming in, but came right back out. I like his toughness. Melvin's a little, he's probably one of the oldest players in TBT. Played for Oliver Purnell at DePaul. Great college player, but came right back out.
Scoochie Smith, hesitation dribble, going to go right past the defender. Gets it to fall. He kind of wanted to foul, but a little full court pressure. Red Scare kind of changing the tempo a little bit, trying to catch him napping. 16-13, a one-possession game. Shot clock no longer a factor with 20 seconds remaining here.
Little hezzy by Scooch, his traditional hezzy layup. Might need to see a lot of that out of him in the second and third and fourth periods.
Commanding the ball is Gibbs on the block. Gibbs going to go at Basile, and Thomas cutting for the layup, and they're going to call a blocking foul and one. It's a big one right there with 3.9 seconds remaining.
Those are the ageless veterans for the Carmen's crew. Josh Gibbs, 42 years old, from Otterbein College or University. Great player in college, D3, I think, player of the year many years ago. And then Scott Thomas is at least high 30s, and I called him off the bench. He brings a lot of toughness with Kyle Young.
Darrell Davis gets fouled as he catches the inbounds pass at about half court. It's about what you want, though. You didn't want to, for Carmen's crew, you didn't want him to kind of turn and get a shot off, so they foul him before he could do so.
Yeah.
So now they'll have the inbounds pass at the half court. 2.9 seconds. They trail 19-13. All right, trying to get the ball inside. They get it to Scoochie with 2 seconds. Scoochie gets the shot off, and it just rolls out no good. All right, we're 1 quarter into this. It's the TBT on WING. Carmen's crew, Ohio State's alumni team, leads at 19-13 over the Dayton Flyers alumni team, the Red Scare. Justin Kinner, former Dayton Flyer, Norm Grevey with you here. It's the TBT on WING. We'll be right back.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
It's the TBT on WING.
All right, we welcome you back, Justin Kinner, former Dayton Flyer, Norm Grevey. We are live here here at the University of Dayton Arena again. TBT action. Carmen's Crew, Ohio State's alumni team. Norm, they went on a 17-7 run to close out that quarter. They have the momentum coming out of the first quarter break. We'll see how the Red Scare, Scoochie Smith, very effective in that first quarter. Grant Basile came off the bench, hit a couple big shots. They just haven't been able to get comfortable down here at the offensive end.
Offensive end, they're struggling. They were 1 for 7 from 3. They're also the 5 turnovers in the first quarter really led to at least 10 points on the defensive end. Carmen's Crew seems to be a little more of which we expected, the strength and physicality, even though the Red Scare has improved on that area over this past year with Basile and Melvin and Santos Silva and Wes Clark. But really, the three-point shooting is going to be key. They have to step it up, hit a few shots to get the fans and get the momentum back in their favor.
All right, so for the Red Scare, you have Wes Clark and Scoochie Smith, along with Grant Basile, Cleveland Melvin, and Daryl Davis. That's your Flyer Red Scare 5, if you will. They've still yet to ask former Flyer Norm Grevey here if he has a couple threes from the corner left in him.
A couple threes or...
well, did they even have the corner three? You know, when
I can't jump and I can't run anymore. Not that I ever could, but those days are long gone.
Nonetheless, and here we go. Second quarter action officially underway. Again, Carmen's Crew a 17-7 run to close out that first quarter. 19-13, Carmen's Crew with the lead. And another turnover. That one, of course, will be credited to Cleveland Melvin, but very active hands. Here comes Thomas for Carmen's Crew, and that's going to be a foul on Grant Basile in transition. So that turnover leading to offensive opportunities at the other end for the Buckeye alumni team.
I think that's 6 turnovers now.
Yeah, Carmen's Crew doing a very good job at the defensive end, but they're taking care of the ball at that end as well. They've only turned the ball over twice. That's the 6th Red Scare turnover, and, of course, that's led to some opportunities at the other end. I believe 4 points off turnovers for Carmen's Crew, but free throw opportunities off that turnover coming right here for Thomas as he buries the first one. 20-13 now with 8:46 to go here.
The turnovers seem credit Carmen's Crew defensives. They're cutting off the drives, but a lot of them are unforced. They just kind of a fumble here and there, and a lot of times missed shots lead to trying to do too much off the dribble.
All right, here we go now again, Red Scare basketball. Now they trail 21-13, 8:37 to go. Dribbling all the way in, cross-court pass, Daryl Davis for 3. Thomas with a hand in his face, and he still buries it. 21-16, that's the first big-time shot we've seen that really wasn't forced. That came through the flow of the offense.
Yes.
You like to see that.
Great 3.
Carmen's Crew shooting 47% from the floor, over almost 40% from 3. Gibbs backs down, Basile down low. Can't get the shot to fall. Scoochie Smith going to get the outlet pass. Scoochie Smith doesn't have numbers, so he has to slow down. Spin move. Going to go along the baseline, trying to find Grant Basile down low on the block, but that's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll remain Red Scare basketball. A couple substitutions coming in now. We're going to see Andre Wesson check back in. Thomas will check out.
Thomas gave him good minutes. Morris came off the bench. He's got 8. And Kyle Young came off the bench, and he's getting deflections, has a steal. Doesn't do a whole lot offensively, but he brings the energy. Great athlete, great toughness. Very heady, smart player.
So Melvin for Red Scare will be responsible for the inbounds pass. He's passing it in just inside Carmen Crew's bench. He's being picked up by, of course, Kyle Young. So Scoochie Smith going to wave off the Grant Basile high ball screen. 14 seconds on the shot clock, under 8 minutes to go in the half. 21-16, Carmen's Crew with the lead. Basile ball fake, going to dribble it all the way in, go up with the right hand. Gets it to fall, and the official blew the whistle. That's the three-point play opportunity coming up for the former Wright State Raider now.
Yeah, great move. Set a screen and roll, little catch and drive from the top of the key. Finishes with his right hand. Foul on Young. And 1.
So now Gibbs going to check out, and we're going to see Jared Sullinger check back in. Kyle Young going to be out as well, and coming in for Carmen's Crew will be Tevin Glass.
Little better ball movement for the Red Scare. See if they can get a stop. Carmen's Crew's been really moving the ball well, going inside to Solinger, who's back in the game.
Woods, hesitation, dribble coming off the high ball screen. Gets it into Sullinger, who's being picked up by Basili down on the block. Good help side right there. Good help side defense there. And again, it's going to be a deflection, and it's going to lead to a turnover. Red Scare basketball. It's a one-possession game, 21-18, 7:27 to go. Red Scare has a chance to tie it up or at least cut it back to within one now. Here comes Scoochie Smith. Hesitation dribble picked up by Sullinger. Scoochie reverses over to the top of the key. Basili thought about it. He puts the ball on the deck. The ball is loose, and that's the 7th turnover for the Red Scare.
Yeah, again, trying to attack off the dribbles, leading to some turnovers. But I like how Red Scare is not doubling on the block. When they do there, they're kind of mix and matching. Forces the turnover.
Yeah, they've kind of pick and choose when to throw that double, but that led to a turnover. 3 in transition, and that just rolls out. Jared Sullinger coming away with it. Quickly outlets it to Andre Wesson, who's pushing tempo. Wesson going to go all the way up. Contact is called by the official. The crowd doesn't like it, and that's going to be a foul. That foul will be called against Wes Clark, Norm.
Good defense by Wes Clark, though. The call could have gone either way. Wesson on the attack, which is what his strength is. Wes Clark read it and tied him up on the drive, and they call a foul reach. Could have gone either way, though.
All right, so if you're just tuning in here to 1410 ESPN Radio, by the way, we appreciate you hanging out with us here tonight. The TBT on WING, Carmen's Crew, Ohio State's alumni team taking on the Red Scare. And right now, Carmen's Crew holding on to a one-possession, 21-18 lead. That layup is missed, and the rebound pulled down by Grant Basili. Quickly gets to Daryl Davis. Now Scoochie Smith with it coming up the left side. Hesitation dribble. Contact called this time around, and that'll be called against number 2 for Carmen's Crew, Jamel Morris.
I will say Carmen's Crew defensive pressure in the half court is got the Red Scare a little in a quandary of how to attack this.
Scoochie Smith opts not to use the ball screen, kicks it over to Basili. Basili going to hand this one off again, coming in hard as Cleveland Melvin. Melvin hesitation dribble, pulls up on the jumper and is fouled.
And he's a good player. Cleveland Melvin was a great college player. Getting up there in the age numbers now, but he was a great scorer. You could just see there he knows not to over attack. Pulled up mid-range, got the foul.
Free throw's good. Still a one-possession deficit here for Red Scare, but a chance to cut it to within one here, 21-19. You'll see Morris for Carmen's Crew check out, and Bradford will check in. So now you have the second free throw is good. 21-20, 6:25 to go here in the first half. Carmen's Crew, Red Scare. Second round action here at the TBT, University of Dayton Arena. How will Carmen's Crew respond? Neal with the ball at the top of the key. He's being picked up by Wes Clark. Neal gets this one over to Bradford. Bradford going to come off the high ball screen set by Sullinger. Sullinger going to lower that shoulder, go right at Basili. No whistle, no defensive foul, no offensive foul. And that's a big shot there for crowd doesn't like it. 23-20, 6 minutes to go here in the half. Wes Clark bringing the ball up the far sideline there, and they're going to call for a little brief timeout here, saying that moisture on the ball, yeah.
These are grown men. They can sweat for sure, Justin. Yeah, Basili tried to take the charge there. Little screen and roll action again. Sullinger got him off the block. The Red Scare didn't handle that very well. They were late to pick up on the switch.
All right, so here we go now. Scoochie Smith responsible for the inbounds pass. Gets it to Basili. Basili right back to Scoochie, who's left wide open. Can't get it to fall. Defensive rebound pulled down by Tevin Glass.
2 of 11, Red Scare from 3.
The one thing that this Red Scare team over the years that we've been calling these games, have not shot well. They have not had many games where they have been effective from behind the three-point line. Here comes Scoochie. They need someone to get hot from 3. They trail by 3. Scoochie goes up and one. 23-22 and a chance to tie it up. The former Dayton Flyer fan favorite, Scoochie Smith, with the big play.
It's New York City basketball there. This is the second time he's used the hezzy in transition and just takes it himself.
Which one of your kids taught you the hezzy, by the way? You're teaching me some new cool lingo, by the way.
Well, that's his game.
But unfortunately misses that free throw there.
Silky smooth. Yeah, they've missed 2 free throws. 1 point lead by Carmen's Crew.
5:25 to go here in the half. Sullinger going to go right back at Basili down low. Sullinger doing a good job backing the defender down, but he's in no man's land right now, met by 2-3 defenders, lobs it up, no whistle, bobbled around, and they're saying it's going to be Red Scare basketball. Sullinger not happy. He hits the ground pretty hard, but again, they're throwing double and triple teams his way down on that block. He has no clear lane or really anywhere for him to turn to his shoulder to get an easy shot.
Grant's about 4 inches taller and has longer arms, amazingly, but Sullinger has the space, great space with his body. And Cunningham on the bench. I don't know if he has 2 fouls, but Grant's really playing good minutes. Keep him in there.
All right, so now bringing the ball, Wes Clark handling the point guard responsibilities.
There it is.
Grant Basile wide open, takes the 3, no good. Saved in bounds, and now pushing tempo here. I'm trying to slow it down, I should say, is Andre Wesson. A big 3 from the left wing, no good. Basile chases down the rebound, pulls it down, steps through the pressure, trying to get the ball back to Scucci. Almost face guarding Scucci, not allowing him to come get the outlet pass. Scucci spin move, the crowd like that, steps through, finds an open shooter on the corner, good ball movement, the extra. Kicks it back out. A chance to reset. 4:31 to go. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 23-22. Carmen's Crew with the lead. Red Scare looking to take the lead for the first time here this quarter. 4:24 to go. Scucci Smith, hesitation dribble behind the back. Going to go up. Gets the contact. Foul is called. Doesn't get the shot to fall, Norm, but he'll have a couple free throws coming his way. They're jawing underneath. Both benches standing up. Crowd's not happy with the jawing that's going on, and good leadership on the Carmen's Crew side on both benches. They're making sure everyone stays put. But things getting a little chippy. It's very physical, Norm. The officials are letting them play. I think because of this, you're going to start to see more whistles be called just to keep this kind of in check a little bit. I don't think there was anything egregious there contact-wise, but I think it's what was said after, and that's what led to the skirmish underneath.
Just a little sweet nothings by Bradford and Scooch hugging after that. Little talk, little action.
I like that.
I'm glad the refs got it under control. No one lost their composure. A little trash talk. Never going to hurt anything.
Now, were you a trash talker?
A little bit. Only when I was playing well.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I talk trash, but I never got to play to back it up. So there you go. 23-22. Carmen's Crew with a 1-point advantage with 4:22 to go. Little skirmish out there, but the officials did a great job kind of breaking it apart. Both of them kind of dab it up. They feel pretty good about it. Both are back at their respective benches. And we'll have 2 free throws for Scucci Smith when we come back from this break. 23-22, Carmen's Crew with the lead with 4:22 to go here in the half. We'll be right back.
Don't give in to that constant joint pain. Take control. Take back your quality of life today with help from QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Keith Byers. QC Kinetics is helping people every day, here and across the country. They're amazing non-surgical treatments that repair and restore damaged joint tissue. They use the latest advances in regenerative medicine, taking your own body's healing agents and concentrating them in the right area where you have that agonizing pain. This incredible, non-invasive approach helps you take back control of your body, relieving the pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. No invasive surgery, no harmful drugs or steroids, and no downtime. Listen, summertime needs to be about having fun and making memories. Golfing, hiking, enjoying the outdoors. Take control now and start living pain-free again. Call now for your free consultation with QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. 937-936-0325. That's 937-936-0325.
It's the TBT on WING.
All right, Justin Kinner, former Dayton Flyer, Norm Grevey with you here from the University of Dayton Arena. It's the TBT on WING, and excited to be bringing you the call here tonight. Carmen's Crew, Ohio State's alumni team, they lead at 23-22 over the Dayton Flyers, alumni team, the Red Scare. But as I say that, Norm, Scucci Smith ties it up at 23-all with one of the 2 free throws he has coming his way, and the Red Scare has a chance to take the lead for the first time since leading 6-4 back in the early stages of the first quarter.
Yeah, silver lining for Red Scare is they're in the lead by 1 point, and they're 2 of 12 from 3. So they're doing a great job of limiting the turnovers all of a sudden. No turnovers in the last 4 minutes. Gives you more opportunities to score.
Yeah, Carmen's Crew, again, they're coming out a little angry. They were a little fired up after that little back and forth underneath, and now they've given up the lead. You know they're trying to come back down, kind of feed it down low. They have the advantage down low. Sullinger, who's been big, puts the ball on the deck, kicks it out to Neal. Neal dribbles right past Josh Cunningham. Pull-up jumper, no good. And that's going to be a big defensive rebound by Wes Clark, who finds Cunningham cutting in transition. He misses it. No foul. Crowd's angry about it, and that's going to be a quick pass to Wesson coming back in transition, goes up with a right-handed floater, and just like that, Carmen's Crew, they take the 1-point advantage. They do take the lead right back, however.
Cunningham maybe should have just gathered himself on that layup.
Scoochie Smith has it deflected. Another turnover for the Flyers, and now here comes Bradford. Bradford lobs it up. Wesson can't handle it in transition. Daryl Davis coming away with the loose ball, and the foul's called by Wesson, so an unfortunate back and forth there for Carmen's Crew. They couldn't capitalize. They have the lead, but they could have added to it, kicking themselves a little bit after that missed opportunity.
8 turnovers.
Yeah, 8 turnovers for Red Scare.
Just really struggling to get. They get in a little momentum, and then they try to do too much. But you got to credit the defense. This is a physical basketball game. Just watching. These are two teams playing throwback basketball. We're not going to beat you with the three. We're going to beat you inside, bury inside with rebounds. I think Red Scare is holding their own, rebounding about even. But the turnovers and three-point shooting, something's got to give there.
Yeah, right now, as you talked about, Norm, Carmen's Crew, their 3 is 7 from 3, shooting 42%, or shooting 42%. But the Red Scare, 12 three-point attempts, only knocking down 2, shooting 16%. Now, at least as a whole, when they have taken the ball inside, when they've got higher percentage looks, they've capitalized. They're shooting 42% as a whole. They just haven't been able to get it going from behind the three-point line. And right now, again, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, which has been key. But it's those turnovers and lack of three-point shooting. And somehow they're only down by 1 against a very good Carmen's Crew team with 3:22 to go here in the first half. Want to shout out, by the way, the Dayton Flyers pep band for adding that home court flair, if you will, to the UD Arena.
Yeah, the pep band does great. My daughter's a cheerleader for the Flyers, so we're excited for another year of fun, of tumbling and cheering.
As
and
if you needed another reason to be to cheer on the Flyers, you know?
Oh, like I need more reason.
I don't have a whole lot of former Flyers that are friends of mine. I think you I think you saw me make some.
I might be the only one, Justin. Yeah. I think I'm the only one.
Well, I appreciate that. I think you saw me making some friends around the A10 Co-Player of the Year announcement. I didn't make too. Yeah,
you had a few enemies on Dayton Twitter, but you had valid reasoning for Deron Holmes and I forget the gentleman from Richmond. Both had fantastic years. I guess my one big, I wouldn't call it a criticism with the A10, but it is an imbalanced schedule. We only got to play Richmond once, didn't get them to play at the arena. The Dayton Flyers went undefeated at home. And the last home game, the VCU game, was by far the best game of the year. Came back from 17-0 to start the game and chipped and clawed their way back. Next year will be an exciting year. And best wishes to Deron Holmes II as well with his terrible injury.
We were fortunate to have him in studio about a month before the draft, and just really pulling for him. Was devastated to see that season-ending injury in the first summer league game for Deron Holmes and his new NBA team, the Denver Nuggets. But Jarrell Davis, by the way, knocking down that free throw to tie it all up at 25-all with 3:22 to go.
Deron was going to play too, Justin. He was going to be the backup to Jokic. He was going to get some playing time. They needed that athleticism and youthfulness on their squad. They didn't do a lot of free agency. They got Deron, I thought was a great pick. But he'll be back. He'll be back. He's a tough guy, and surgical treatments have improved over the years, so he'll be ready.
All right, here we go now. It's 26-25, a Red Scare advantage with 3 minutes to go in the half. Wesson kicks it back out to Neal, who takes the three from the top of the key, but a whistle is blown. It'll be a foul called underneath by, I believe, Cunningham. But now a couple of players, a couple substitutions coming in now. We're going to see, of course, Eric Neal step out. Representing Carmen's Crew, coming over from UT Arlington. He's playing his professional ball over in Turkey. So it's going to remain Carmen's Crew basketball. 3:08 to go. Carmen's Crew trails 26-25. That's going to be Bradford responsible for the inbounds pass. Finds Morris. Little catch and shoot. He has such a quick release,
Yeah.
Norm. I mean, there's no like follow through or gather. It's just catch and flick of the wrist.
He's got 2 threes and he's played very well this game. Little questionable call there.
Well, I was worried about after we saw the physicality underneath when we saw the skirmish. My concern was that the officials were going to start tightening it up a little bit and calling more tic-tacky stuff, and I think that's one of those.
Yeah. Grant had a good defensive play there. Got the shot block, called the foul on Wesson. What makes the Wesson brothers extremely good basketball players is their ability to attack the rim, finish with either hand. They're very long and athletic wings.
Wesson misses both free throws, Norm. A chance to tie it up at the very least or take the lead if he not done both, and he missed both. Under 3 minutes to go. They left Daryl Davis, who finds a wide open Seibert open in the corner, but Seibert a little too unselfish, throws it away on the pass to Mike Sell, and a nice little layup in transition, defense to offense. That's a big play right there for Carmen's crew.
Yeah,
It was Andre Wesson.
That's the number 9 turnover there.
Scoochie Smith.
Unforced, too. It was just a swing pass. Seibert tried to do too much with the reversal.
Ryan Mike Sell being guarded by Bradford, by the way, and now Scoochie Smith has a chance to reset. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 2:30 to go in the ball game. Scoochie Smith kicks it out to Mike Sell, who just checked in. Mike Sell can't get it to fall. Andre Wesson, Caleb Wesson with the defensive rebound. He quickly outlets it to Bradford. Bradford finds Andre in transition. Andre Wesson for 3. And coming out of the timeout, it's been all Carmen's crew. They trail 26-25, and a little 5-0 run here immediately forces Coach Bonsu and the Red Scare to call a timeout. 2:12 to go. They take a timeout out on the floor. Norm Grevey, former Flyer, and myself, Justin Kinner, will take a break ourselves. Live here from the University of Dayton Arena, it's the TBT on WING.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right, and we are back. Justin Kinner, Norm Grevey, courtside here at UD Arena. TBT on WING. Carmen's crew. They trail 26-25, Norm. They come roaring out of that previous timeout. Defense to offense, a big 3 and a big layup in transition after the 9th turnover. Gives them a 30-26 lead, but good response here by Jordan Seibert and the Flyers. Jordan Seibert now at the free throw line. A couple free throws coming his way at the 2-minute mark of the half.
Yeah, a little flat out of the time. Justin. Last time. And that kind of swung the momentum back to Carmen's crew.
It's that second one to fall. So a 30-27 advantage for Carmen's crew. It's a one-possession ball game here in the first half. 1:56 remaining. A quarter, almost 2 in. Dribbles right past the defender for an easy layup, and all of a sudden things coming a little easy for Carmen's crew. Jamel Morris, Red Scare starting to look a little tired. And another near turnover. The official going to say a kick ball along the baseline, and that's going to stay here with the Red Scare. But you could see they were like piranhas right there waiting to swarm, Norm. They got that ball, and we're trying to push tempo, but it's going to remain Red Scare basketball. Scoochie Smith, or Jordan Seibert, will be responsible for the inbound pass underneath. Or that is Scoochie Smith. My apologies. Scoochie Smith lobs it into Daryl Davis. Daryl Davis, 25 seconds on the shot clock, has plenty of time to work with here. Guarded by Kyle Young. Coming off the high ball screen set by Joshua Cunningham. Wesson picking him up. Jordan Seibert now being guarded by Andre Wesson. Hesitation dribble going to go up. Ball is loose. Another turnover. Morris pushing tempo. Morris has Wesson. If he's able to get there too quick, though, double dribble. And the ball, the possession arrow going right back towards the Flyers.
Yeah, 9th turnover again for Red Scare. Baby D trying to attack and Seibert trying to attack, just not getting looks. But someone else has to be able to take the ball to the rim besides Scoochie Smith. Just ultra physical defensive game that Carmen's crew is providing in this game.
That's why I always tell people who kind of poke fun at the exhibition tournament that is the TBT. I'm like, go watch how hard these guys play. You could argue they play harder at the defensive end than the NBA guys do, to be honest with you. But here we go now, coming off the high ball screen. It's number 15 and Wes Clark trying to get things going here for the Red Scare. Scoochie Smith with it, going to wave off the high ball screen. Being picked up, that's Bradford with the hand in his face, and Scoochie barely, if any, draws iron, and that's an air ball potentially out of bounds. 32-27.
Well, they're
screw with the lead.
Kind of double teaming our traps or screen and roll, and they're also hedging, hard hedging, and they're so physical that Red Scare's not able to turn the corner and make a poor pass.
All right, Weston going to go right at Cunningham. Mike Sell forces him to kick the ball out to the corner. Good defense. Morris wide open from the right wing. Can't get that one to fall. Two Buckeyes chase down. Bradford coming away with it. He takes a quick three. Can't get it to fall. Scoochie Smith coming away with the defensive rebound. He's pushing tempo, being picked up by Andre Weston in transition. And here we go. Wes Clark stepping into it, takes the three. The legs, they have no legs right now. They look tired. An air ball in transition, a prime opportunity to make it a one-possession game. 33 seconds remaining, about 9 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Bradford being picked up by Wes Clark.
2 of 13 for three for Red Scare.
Not a great first half.
Stall ball, high screen and roll with Young and Bradford.
Bradford going to lob it inside. They find Wesson. Mike So coming on the help side to almost deflect it. Another miss. 10 seconds. Plenty of time to work with. Scoochie Smith and the Flyers have a chance to hit the final shot to take momentum into the locker room. Another near turnover. Mike So can't come away with it. Bradford coming away. 1 second on the clock. Half-court heave. Just misses it. And that's how the first half will conclude. Not the prettiest of halves for the Red Scare. Double-digit turnovers. They've only hit 50% from the free throw line. They have not got going from behind the three-point line. A lot working against them, Norm Grevey, but they're only down 2 possessions. It's only a 5-point advantage for Carmen's crew. We'll have more first-half analysis. Get you set for second-half action coming up around the corner. It's the TBT on WIMG. Carmen's crew 32, the Red Scare 27. We'll be right back.
Hey, Ohio, have you heard the buzz? Slinger's signature cocktails are the new go-to to go. Slingers are convenient, canned, cocktail-inspired flavored beverages that bring you delicious flavors like Bahama Mama, Peach Screwdriver, and Pineapple Punch with 8% ABV. They pack a punch at a price you can't beat. No time to make fancy cocktails? Don't want to break the bank on a night out? Slingers has you covered. Blast your taste buds, not your wallet. Grab Slingers today. American Fermentation Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, this is Michael, your service manager at Dave Arbogast Buick GMC in Troy, Ohio. I am inviting you to give us an opportunity to earn your business. We have expanded our hours to better meet your needs. We are now open until 6 p.m. during the week and 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturdays. We service all makes and models. We offer convenient shuttle service as well as pickup and delivery. Please visit us on the web at arbogastbuickgmc.com or in person. Exit 69 on I-75. Look for the giant American flag. I hope to see you soon.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you're looking for a new couch, you could cut down on expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Because you know you've had this couch for too long. Sure, you've had good times together, but a ripped-up cushion is not a fond memory. It's a sign. Notice how other people have couches with 2 armrests? Now that's living, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renters and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new coach. Please, it's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite Blizzard treat, but this one is being held by someone very special. RE, our Children's Miracle Network Hospitals champion.
Hi!
Miracle Treat Day is Thursday, July 25th. $1 or more of each Blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits your local children's hospital and kids like RE. So treat yourself in the most meaningful way.
Support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day, Thursday, July 25th.
DQ, happy tastes good.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
It's the TBT on WING.
All right, everybody, we welcome you back here. It's halftime, 3:18 remaining here before both teams get back on the floor and tip off second half action. Former Dayton Flyer Norm Grevey, myself, Justin Kinner on the call here tonight, live from the University of Dayton Arena, the TBT on WING. Norm, we've had a couple people walk by and said, man, that was a half made for radio, because if anyone watched it, they would have just tuned it out. I appreciate those who are tuning in and hanging out with us right now. That was not a pretty half. I actually thought Carmen's crew played very solid. They played very effective, and that's the thing that's interesting about that. I thought they played a solid first half, but they're holding on to a two-possession. Turnovers. They're not knocking that consistently enough. It's just one of those things where you look at it, they're lucky to be down two possessions right now.
Yeah, they're only down 5 points, but they've out-rebounded Carmen's crew, and it's been a slugfest, Justin. Just tremendous amount of physicality, and I think Reskier needs to do a better job of moving the basketball, trying to get penetration without turnovers. And if you're Carmen's crew, you keep going down to the well, using the Wesson brothers to attack and getting into Solinger. I thought they played an excellent half. Only took 7 threes. They played solid. That's not their game. Their game's forcing turnovers, scoring in transition, and pounding you in the half court. So Reskier has to find a way to run, create some turnovers, get some energy, get the flow back in the game. They just seem like they're playing a little slow, but they're playing hard. But they're not getting the converting on turnovers.
Good timing. Look at this. Remember in the years past, me and you had to fight to get a stat sheet. Look at that. It's only took 5 years, but now we're getting stat sheets. But nonetheless, as far as Carmen's crew is concerned, Jared Sullinger, 6 points, 3 of 8 from the floor. He had his first 3 shots, but they started kind of mix and match. They would throw they would throw strategic double teams his way, forcing them to kick it, force some shots. But leading the way in scoring, Jamel Morris, who's been hot from 3, Norm. He's 3 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3. He's done all that in 10 minutes. They've been effective. The inside-outside game for Carmen's crew has been great. Josh Cunningham down low for the Flyers, 3 of 4 from the floor. He has 6 points in 9 minutes to play. 6 games of 5. And, it's not my nice client, but it has been a Wright State Raider that's leading the way with 7 points. Rick Vasily, a little inside-outside. We talked a little bit before coming back on the air. They have to find a way to think of his size and his ability to shoot with a hand in his face out on the perimeter.
Yeah, he did a great job when he came in, hit a 3, got a drive and an and one. I thought his length on Solinger was pretty good down low. He gave them great minutes. He and Cunningham, have half the points, which I don't think anybody expected that this evening.
Now, if you're just joining us, about to have second half action officially underway. We appreciate you tuning in on the stream side, of course, but nonetheless. All right, so coming back now, looks like the same numbers, 4-14, and then Carmen Screw, your starters, Eric Neal at point guard, DeSanta Bradford, Andre Wesson, Jared Sullinger, Caleb Wesson, and then, of course, for the Red Scare, no Trey Landers available tonight. As far as that's concerned, but you're going to get Cunningham, you're going to get Ryan Mikesell, Wes Clark. Yep, and then Stucci Smith as well. So keep in mind, and then Daryl Davis. So that's the dose you're getting right there from the Flyers.
You know, the other thing too, Justin, is the depth in the bench of Carmen's crew. I thought really showed up in the first half. With Morris getting 7 points, hitting those 2 threes were huge. I thought Bradford came in and gave some good defense, and obviously Kyle Young, with his energy and defense, just really forced Red Scare into some silly turnovers. That's their up. Going to be stronger with the ball and get a little more ball movement, get their defense moving, and then do the ball screen. So I think if Red Scare can get a little more action offensively, maybe get your offense going with defense, try to get some steals, some turnovers, some easy buckets. Darrell Davis needs to get going. He hit a 3, passed up a couple of threes, turned it over a few times. Need a much better half out of our guards.
All right, well, here we go now. Second half action officially underway. Carmen's crew with the first possession of the second half. A 32-27, 5-point advantage for Carmen's crew. 9 minutes in each quarter. Keep in mind, as we're approaching the fourth quarter here later on, we'll dive more into the Elam ending. And Wesson cutting along the baseline. Good ball movement and finding the big man slashing along the baseline for an easy 2.
Yeah.
34-27.
The old give and go, Justin. 1950s basketball. Great play out of the half.
All right, Daryl Davis with the ball at 3. He fires and buries it. That's what they were missing in that first half.
He needs to look for a shot a little more. We're struggling offensively. Got to get him the ball. Poor defense there. They lost sight of where Darrell Davis was on the perimeter.
Keep in mind, he went down early in that first half, rolled his ankle, didn't look like the same player the rest of the half. You like to see him get started with a big 3 to kick things off. 34-30, Carmen's crew with a 4.2 possession lead. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is a big 3. It's from the right wing. Air ball. That's Bradford on the miss. It's going to be Red Scare basketball. The crowd now starting to get into it. That big Davis stop at the defense. Build on it. Here comes Suki Smith up the right sideline now. First to the top of the key. That's Josh Cunningham, who's being picked up by Jared Sullinger.
Mike Sell's been quiet this half, the first half as well. I don't think he took one shot.
Well, as you say that, he puts the ball on the deck, picks it up. The length of Ohio State's Carmen's crew forces him to give it up. Trying to force it over to Cunningham. A near turnover. Wesson using his length and frame.
Hey, Cordell Transportation is now hiring experienced Class A CDL drivers, excellent pay, benefits, and a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Apply right now online at CordellTransportation.com. Do it right now. Driven to succeed.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
It's the TBT on WING. Back to more Carmen's Crew basketball on 1410 ESPN Radio and online at wingam.com.
All right. Welcome you back. Red Scare basketball, Carmen's Crew basketball. It's the TBT on WING. Justin Kinner, former Dayton Flyer, Norm Grevey with you here live from the University of Dayton Arena. Carmen's Crew holding on to a one-possession, 2-point lead. Leon Rogers calling the timeout, the head coach of the Carmen's Crew Buckeye alumni team. Didn't like what he saw. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Forrest can't get that shot to fall. Ball volleyed around, and it's going to be Red Scare basketball. Kyle Young fighting for it down low, can't come away with it.
Yeah, physical rebound right there. Deflected out on the Carmen's Crew. Scucci bringing it up. See if he can get a screen and roll. I can see him get an attack here. He wants it. He wants it.
Santos Silva trying to set the high ball screen. That's Bradford and Weston who had to kind of force it away. Cross-court pass, good extra. Daryl Davis
stepped on the line.
Man. Again, that extra. I mean, right now, Red Scare, they're playing very unselfish basketball. They're always ready for that extra pass, but now they're not confident. You've seen Daryl Davis, who's missed a couple wide-open threes from the corner. Probably a good shot if he takes it right there, but right now lacking that confidence, trying to make a play, dribbling along the baseline.
Yeah, that's their 12th turnover.
Yeah, his foot hits the sideline there out of bounds.
Yeah. Kind of limping again.
Woods reverses it over to Morris at the top of the key. Morris now looking for Bradford. Bradford being guarded by Smith. Smith contests the shot. Ball bounces around. Santos Silva comes away with the rebound. Nearly threw it away right there. Here comes Wes Clark. Wes Clark going to spin move. Going to go right at Woods. Kicks it out to the corner. Good ball movement by Red Scare. Santos Silva picks it up. The left-hand hook shot. Can't get that one to fall. And coming away with that big rebound there to Sean Woods.
That was a good look by Santos Silva, the former VCU star. Wow.
That's going to lead us to a little TO here. So Jared Sullinger going to check back in, coming up here following this timeout. 3:44 to go. Both teams really struggling offensively. Going, this has not been pretty at all, but because of the fact that it hasn't been pretty, that's what makes the fact that Red Scare only trailing by 2 in the possession. They're very fortunate. They just have to find a way to capitalize that.
Yeah, Vasily hasn't played this second half as well in this third quarter, so I would like to see him get in, get a run. He gave us some instant offense when in the first quarter when they were a little flat. Seems like fatigue is slowly setting in to this game, on top of being a defensive struggle and a turnover struggle, not having your legs. We mentioned that early in the game. Grant Vasily still leading the team in scoring with 7. And Jamel Morris leading Carmen's Crew with 7. Been just a slugfest. It's almost like a rugby game.
No, I mean, and right now in the physicality, to be honest, I mean, I think that Carmen's Crew,
they have a little more depth.
Yeah, they have more depth and they're bigger down low, and I think the physicality has benefited them at times. And I think that's one reason why you're seeing the turnover numbers so high. The officials letting them play physical, and it's not dirty. And definitely Carmen's Crew is not playing dirty.
No.
They are playing physical, but that physicality has kind of really worn out the guards for Red Scare, which has led to so many turnovers as far as that's concerned. But
yeah, they've done that. They've tried to attack this defense of Carmen's Crew, and by attacking, they're either over penetrating, fumbling. Carmen's Crew is basically doubling or hedging hard off the ball screen, which is forcing Scucci and Darrell Davis losing space off the screen and roll. They're forced wide, and the angles just aren't there to drive. and that's his strength. So they're doing a great job defensively, keeping him out of the paint. Woods is a very good defensive player for Carmen's Crew. Kyle Young's a great defensive player. Both Weston brothers. Bradford's he's a very strong guy. 30 pounds more weight on him than Smith.
So they do have Grant Basile, who just checked in during that timeout. So you have Grant Basile.
He listened to me.
Yeah, I mean, if Coach
you got to get him in there.
I mean, you might have to be the Red Scare coach at some point. All right, here we go. Now Bradford gets it over to Morris. Morris met by a double team, has to dribble out of it. Bradford now with it on the left wing, being guarded by Scoochie Smith. 9 seconds on the shot clock, so 30 to go here in the third quarter. Santos Silva picks up the pressure. Bradford splits it 3 from the corner. Keyshawn Woods can't get it to fall, and there's Jared Solinger muscling his way down low. I like that matchup. Santos Silva coming up big, coming away with the loose ball right there. That's big is Cleveland Melvin. Ryan Mikesell puts the ball on the deck. Whip pass inside. That's Grant Basile on the layup. It was a beautiful pass from Ryan Mikesell, who had a baseball pass it in there. Very good baseball player back in high school. He played for my father-in-law at St. Henry, by the way. So shout out to
St. Henry?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he played at St. Henry, didn't he? Did he play at St. Henry?
Yep.
Well, Mikesell played.
Yeah. So a beautiful pass down low inside to Basile, and that gets the crowd on their feet. Now we're tied up. And at times this game has felt as if Red Scare has trailed by double digits, Norm, but it's been a 1 or 2 possession game max pretty much all night.
Game's tied.
Yep, and an opportunity here. We'll see how Carmen's Crew responds after giving up the tying bucket on the layup to Grant Basile down low. So here we go. Keyshawn Woods finds Thomas down low. And again, he finds Kyle Young. A little miscommunication right there. Kyle Young gets the easiest 2 points of the night, really, for either team. Here comes Scoochie Smith now. Flyers tied it up the last time down the floor. They trail by 2 again. Scoochie Smith going up. First time this half where they've scored on back-to-back possessions.
That's Scoochie's move. Catching the defense in transition. Gets a nice layup.
You can see the defensive intensity has picked up. Here's Sullinger, that 3 thought was deflected away, but a long rebound pulled down by Kyle Young. We've seen him do that so much with the Buckeyes. Thomas, the shooter from Bowling Green, gets it to fall. Now the intensity starting to pick up. 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. 39-36, a 1-possession lead now for Carmen's Crew. Scoochie Smith scored the last time down the floor. Goes up, a rare missed layup, an easy opportunity squandered by Scoochie. He would love to have that one back. Thomas hit the 3 the last time down the floor. Woods, left-hand dribble, thinks about it, hands it off to, that's Kyle Young who draws the contact. And Kyle Young will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws after missing the layup. 39-36 and a chance to add to it. All of a sudden, the intensity and pace picked up, Norm.
Yeah, Kyle Young's the only guy on the floor that doesn't play professional basketball at any level, as he, I think, sells real estate up in the northern Ohio, Columbus area. Heck of a player in college. Great high school player.
Really impressed with the tattoo sleeve. You able to pull off a tattoo sleeve?
No. He just plays hard. He's not the strongest looking guy, but boy, he's plays extremely hard.
Big possession here for the Red Scare because I'm starting to, you can feel the intensity. We're on the side of the Carmen's Crew bench. You could feel that intensity. You can feel that momentum start to pick up for them. This is a big possession here. Basile takes the 3. Sullinger's hand in his face, and Basile knocked it down. Basile feeling himself right now. That was big time. I knew it was a big possession. You don't want to miss the shot there. And then lead to Carmen's Crew picking up momentum at the other end. So a little chippy foul called at this end. Sullinger, I think, took a little offense after Basile hit that 3, Norm. He kind of held the pose a little too long on the trot down the floor. And again, I think Santos Silva gotten a little too physical with Sullinger. So that's the official right now, just kind of nipping that in the bud, saying we're not going to let what happened in that first half happen in half number 2.
Well, now now the Red Scare has, I like this lineup with Melvin and Cunningham and Basile. Sullinger on the transition tried to post up at the free throw line as they were bringing it up, and Santos Silva got a little physical there, fronting him. And I really wouldn't front Sullinger. I would let him kind of do what he wants.
Sullinger, his first free throw attempt on the night is good.
He is a monster, though, looking at him in person.
Not bad for a guy that hasn't played in this tournament in, 4 or 5 years?
think he's had some knee and back injuries that shortened his NBA career.
Had a good run with the Celtics. And he makes both free throws, and most importantly, gives them a 2-possession lead here. 43-39, 1:42 to go here in the third quarter.
Key possession here. You don't want to get down too much going into that fourth quarter.
With the Elam ending looming, Wes Clark finds Jordan Seibert. 3 from the corner, no good. Long rebound being pulled down by Keyshawn Woods.
Just not a good shot there, a fadeaway corner 3.
Kyle Young, it's big if it goes, and he buries it. 46-39, the largest lead of the night for either team. And that silences this Dayton Flyers crowd here at the arena.
Well, the bench has come alive for Carmen's crew. We called it earlier. Their depth is pretty unmatched, other than Vasily coming off the bench, given great minutes. But Scott Thomas hit that 3, and now Kyle Young bangs a 3.
Wes Clark being picked up by Keyshawn Woods. Big possession with a minute to go in the third quarter. The Flyers trail 46-39. Former Raider again, that's Grant Basile, who goes up with the right hand, draws the contact, and an and-one opportunity. 46-41, 46, potentially 42 if he can knock down this free throw, Norm.
Hey, Basile with 11. Great game. 4 rebounds. Scucci with 8 and 4 assists. Darrell Davis with 8. Right defensively, now, they seem, both teams obviously are playing great defense. It's just who's going to hit some shots here. And Vasile's given Red Scare life.
Vasily misses that. The key opportunity there to make it a 2-possession game, or at least it is a 2-possession game, but at least a 4-point game. My apologies. All right, now Keyshawn Woods with the ball at the top of the key, being guarded by Wes Clark. Half court here for the Buckeyes, and we'll see what they could do.
Done a good job guarding Morris since he had those 2 quick threes early in the game.
On the shooters, ball's loose, and that loose ball falls right into the hands of Glass, and it goes right outside to the right wing.
There you go.
That 3 is huge for Jamel Morris. He's hit a couple of big threes here tonight, and the bench loves it. Jared Solinger loved that as well. Wes Clark being picked up by Keyshawn Woods again, 49-41. It's an 8-point ball game, 20 seconds, about 0.3 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. They'll hold for the final shot, theoretically here. Hesitation dribble, nice crossover, extra pass, 3 from the corner, and that's no good. And Thomas coming away with it. Plenty of time. And here comes Jamel Morris, who hit the 3 the last time down the floor, gets it to Thomas. Thomas banks it in.
Oh, my.
That's a big-time 3 for the Buckeyes Carmen's Crew alumni team. And that was huge as time expires. That was big. And, of course, that was the shooter, Scott Thomas, the shooter from
2 in a row.
Yeah.
Bowling Green.
Absolutely. He's playing his last time he played professional ball was over in Holland. And that was a big-time 3 right there. It's an 11-point double-digit lead for the Buckeyes Carmen's Crew, the Ohio State alumni team. 3 quarters in the books. And Carmen's Crew leads at 52-41 to the Dayton Flyers. Red Scare alumni team have a run left in them. Keep in mind, we also have the Elam ending coming up here in the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. More TBT action. You're listening to the TBT on WING. Carmen's Crew 52, the Red Scare 41. We'll be right back.
Save big at Menards with the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber. Our huge inventory of boards, decking, and fencing is easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Plus, you can get free estimates fast with our fence and deck design programs in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on all lumber at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup features durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all and do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Columbus Equipment Company, 7570 New Carlisle Pike in Dayton.
It's the TBT on WING. Back to more Carmen's Crew basketball on 1410 ESPN Radio and online at wingam.com.
All right, we welcome you back here, University of Dayton Arena. It's the TBT on WING. Carmen's Crew, the Ohio State alumni team, they lead it 52-41 over the Red Scare, the Dayton Flyers alumni team. It's pretty much been the same story all night, Norm. Turnovers, inconsistent shooting, get a couple of opportunities to cut it to within a 3-point or a one-possession game, and then they give them a big three at the other end. Got to give Carmen's Crew team a lot of credit. They've played with a lot of defensive intensity that last quarter, but they went on that run there at the end because they got hot from three. Scott Thomas, a big three as time expired to give them their biggest lead of the night, 52-41.
Yeah, they hit 3 straight threes there. Kyle Young hit one, and Scott Thomas hit 2 of them. Meanwhile, the Red Scare is 3 of 21 from 3. And, it's deflating because I think Red Scare played pretty good defense that half. They really did. But just couldn't convert on the other end. Vasili's given great minutes. Scucci's playing well. But the defense, the perimeter defense, the length and strength of Carmen's Crew is just a little too much physicality on the perimeter, legal physicality. They can't get off on the ball screens. There's not much screening. No one's able to get into the paint and create. And when they try to create, it's a fumble or a turnover.
All right, so again, as we're about to get the fourth quarter officially underway, 9 minutes up on the clock, we will officially introduce the Elam ending here. The inventor of the Elam ending, Nick Elam, by the way, a University of Dayton grad. We had him on the program last week. Again, his Elam ending.
He's grown this so much.
I mean, this tournament hasn't always used the Elam ending. It was introduced back in 2017, by the way. Melvin for the Flyers kicks it off here.
Yeah.
That's a big-time three, Norm, 52-44. They haven't had many threes tonight, but that one was huge to set the tone here in the fourth quarter.
Great play out of the timeout. Get Melvin a wide-open three and in an inside-outside play.
Thomas, who at the last was at the third quarter, a bad miss right there, but an easy offensive rebound and putback. That was big time for Glass right there. And then running the floor is Grant Basili.
Great pass ahead. Basili running the floor.
But the Elam ending, of course, so with 8:23 to go. So at 4 minutes, the first dead ball under the 4-minute mark, a target score will be implemented. 8 points will be added to the score of the team that's leading. And the first to that target score wins. It's always definitely a unique twist on a finish of a basketball game, and the fans love it. And it always leads to an exciting finish. Every game ends on a game winner. Another turnover for the Flyers here.
Yeah, drive and kick turnover. We were just talking about that. Just not coming to a jump stop and gathering yourself, making a simple play.
Morris has his feet set, steps in, can't knock it down. Santos Silva coming away with the defensive rebound, opting to dribble out of the pressure. He'll bring it up and be picked up by Kyle Young, and he'll simply hand it off to Daryl Davis, who gets it back to Scucci Smith. 7:51 to go. The Flyers trail by 10. 54-44, Carmen's Crew with the lead. Daryl Davis gets the ball to Santos Silva, who sees a mismatch there with Thomas. Grant Basili cuts into the basket, gets his own miss, kicks it back out. Another deflection and another steal for Carmen's Crew. The defense, can it turn to offense? Here we go now. Sean Woods in transition, lobs it up, no good.
Turnover on Carmen's Crew. They're starting to add up a few turnovers in the second half due to the Red Scares defense. I think fatigue.
Right,
the team's showing signs of fatigue, but they're really struggling to make a pass inside the arc with the length and strength of the Carmen's Crews.
Scucci Smith draws the contact, and it'll remain Flyers basketball. 54-44, 7:27 to go. If you're just tuning in, we appreciate you hanging out with us. It's the TBT on WING. Carmen's Crew, Ohio State's alumni team, Red Scare, Dayton Flyers alumni team. And that was Scucci Smith, who lobs it up to Santos Silva, who's going to get it back to Scucci. 7:23 to go. They trail by 10. Scucci gets it over to Grant Basili, who finds a wide open Santos Silva, who can't capitalize on the wide open layup. I guess there is such thing as too wide open. And that's going to be an easy missed opportunity.
Why couldn't he miss those bunnies when he played against Dayton?
It's funny how that works.
Great VCU teams.
It's an inside job.
It's amazing how that program, sharing basketball with Richmond and what they've done as a program in the A-10 is incredible. Great basketball program.
All right, now with that, the timeout out on the floor. 7:16 remaining here in this one. Second round matchup between Carmen's Crew and Red Scare. Carmen's Crew, the Buckeyes 11-19. They lead it by 10, 54-44. We'll be right
Getting
back.
quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6580. That's 800-583-6580.
7:11 remaining here in this ball game. Carmen's Crew leads it by 10, 54-44. It's Carmen's Crew basketball. Setting up the offense is Jamel Morris being picked up by Daryl Davis. And coming up to set the high ball screen is Glass for Carmen's Crew. Cross-court pass, nearly gets it through to Woods. A potential turnover that wasn't called right there. I should say a travel nonetheless.
Scooch, another rebound.
Yep, Scoochie Smith going to draw the contact, and that's a foul on Morris. But that's a good foul by Morris again because Scoochie was full steam ahead. He didn't want that momentum to continue on to get this crowd back into it. Carmen's Crew, their defensive intensity all night has been very impressive. They've stifled this Red Scare offense, and it's really prevented this UD home crowd of really kind of getting into it and making any kind of impact here tonight.
Really key to make a little run here at the 6:47 mark.
Big opportunity coming up here. That three taken and missed.
It's the only time I've seen Scooch shoot that three today.
I think right now you're going to start to see some of these guys kind of force some shots here to try to extend this. You know, the Red Scare, they want this one. They want to extend this tournament run. That's the whole reason why they talked about coming back, especially here on their home floor. Jamel Morris coming off the high ball screen, going to go right past Santos Silva. The floater inside and gets it to fall. 56-44. Double-digit lead. Here comes Scoochie Smith. Splits the defense. Going to go up and spins it up and draws the contact. And he'll have a couple free throws coming his way.
Yeah, Morris, a lefty, another left-handed attack. You gotta take that away from him and make him go right on his weekend. And he's had a great game tonight.
All right, here we go now. So Andre Wesson was going to check back in. He'll replace Keyshawn Woods. And he'll have the responsibility of picking up Scoochie Smith now. So Ryan Mikesell, Santos Silva, Scoochie Smith, Daryl Davis. The Flyer 5 on the floor along with Wes Clark.
Mikesell with the drive. Couldn't get that to go.
This was a game that had really floated around a 2 to 4 point advantage for Carmen's Crew most of the night. The Flyers tied it on multiple occasions in the back. They just really couldn't get anything going momentum-wise to take control of this. That first free throw is good. Hanging around, though. 56-45 now, 6:06 remaining. We're 2 minutes and 6 seconds away from finding ourselves in a situation where the first dead ball will lead to the target score being implemented for the Elam ending.
First points of the night for Mikesell. That's 16 or 14 or 16 on Saturday afternoon. Hasn't been able to get on a roll here.
All right, now 56-46, 10-point lead for Carmen's Crew. That's Jamel Morris bringing the ball up the floor. I get this one over to Kyle Young, being picked up by Ryan Mikesell. Of course, that's Bradford with it. Going to get back to Weston. Weston going to come off the high ball screen, set by his brother Weston. Now Kyle Young picked up by Mikesell. Scoochie nearly coming away with it. Bradford going to dribble in. That's Weston dribbling it in. Sorry. Can't get it out to Kyle Young. 6 seconds on the clock. They're going to go inside to Weston. Weston turns to that left shoulder. Right hand finish. 58-46.
That's a great post pass.
It
by Kyle
was.
Young.
It was actually a very patient possession right there for Carmen's Crew. Scoochie Smith going to dribble in. The dribble drive penetration draws the contact. He's fouled.
Well, the good news is the clock stops because we're not going to have the clock here much longer.
5:28. 5:28 remaining. And this one, again, the Elam ending coming up here shortly.
Got to find a way. You got to find a way to get some stops coming down the stretch here and create those stops into points. And that's a lot easier said than done with the roster their Carmen crew has, with the Wesson brothers and Morris, the way he's playing, and Kyle Young. And their bench has been awesome this evening.
Another missed free throw, unfortunately. Norm and Bradford coming away with that long rebound. Del Davis picking up his defensive on-ball intensity right there. 58-47. Bradford hesitation dribble. Going to go in, kick it back out. Again, right now, Morris doing a good job of just trying to take some time off of this. Morris, with a hand in his face, takes the three and knocks it down. I mean, we've seen some guys miss some wide open threes tonight, and then you go and knock down a shot like that with a hand in your face. How will Mike Sell respond? He responds to the three of his own. He comes back with a quick response.
Good shot. Well, that was a great play by Morris, though. Step back three, ISO on Ryan Mikesell. Then Mikesell comes down and delivers his three.
Morris, pull-up jumper, rattles around and out. 61-50, 4:33 to go. Scoochie Smith pushing tempo. Scoochie Smith has been fantastic tonight. He just hasn't had a whole lot of help. Santos Silva pass underneath the baseline. Daryl Davis steps into it. No good. Santos Silva comes away with it again. Scoochie on the extra pass. Clark steps into it. Three from the top of the key. Back-to-back threes. Back-to-back possessions. 61-53. The crowd starting to get into it. Another opportunity here for the Flyers. Trying to look to get a stop. Double team being thrown away. Bradford nearly throwing it away. Kyle Young coming away with it. Here comes Andre Wesson with it at the other end of the right wing. Going to dribble it out. Going to slow down the tempo. Caleb Weston now with it at the top of the key, being picked up by Ryan Mikesell. Morris trying to fight through. Good on ball or good defense there, just smothering him. Talking about Daryl Davis, of course. Andre Weston going to go right at Clark. Scoochie there to help. Are they going to call a jump ball?
Yeah, on the floor.
They call a foul on the floor before he went up in the shooting motion. But with that stoppage in play, Norm, that means it's time for the Elam ending.
Yes, here we go.
An Elam ending again. First
every
dead ball.
time to make a run, it's right now.
Oh, no doubt. And again, the clock no longer a factor. So the Elam ending, of course, very unique to this TBT, to the basketball tournament. The first dead ball under the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. The team that has the lead, 8 points added to the team score with the lead. So with that, it's 61-53. So do that little UD math of yours. You know, what does that say? It'll be 69 will be the target score. So the first to 69 wins the ball game here tonight at UD Arena. The crowd has not had a ton to cheer about here tonight. Those who are in attendance to cheer on the Red Scare. But the beautiful part about this is we see this so often, especially in this. You think, oh, man, you add that 8 points to the team that's already leading, it's going to be a very easy finish for Carmen's crew. When the clock is no longer a factor, you start to feel the pressure of, oh, man, we got to knock down some shots. And when the team that's trailing, they go out there, they start knocking down a couple shots, they pick up that momentum, it shifts in a hurry. We see it every time. So it's going to be interesting to see how Carmen's crew comes out of this timeout. They can come out and establish the tone and set the tone coming out of this timeout. I think they'll be okay. But if they come out, take a bad shot or turn it over and the Flyers get a big shot at that end, the crowd gets into it, all of a sudden we're talking about a different kind of vibe here in the arena. I love the Elam ending. It's going to lead to an exciting.
Too. I think it's a great. I love that when they did the All-Star game, back when they played hard, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I talked with Nick Elam. He's the creator of the Elam ending. He's a University of Dayton Flyers grad, of course. Also found out he's part of the grounds crew for the Cincinnati Reds. I mean, he does a lot of cool things. He's a professor at Ball State, so shout out to Nick Elam. Appreciate him coming on with us this week. Oh, yeah. But he gives us time every year. Always appreciate it. But that's so wild. You know, we talk sports all the time. Man, if the NBA did this is how they should change it. The NFL needs to do this. He actually had a suggestion for how to improve the finish to a basketball game. And not only does the NBA use it for the All-Star game, it's being used in select G League games. It's being used in the TBT. The professional league that Grant Basile plays in overseas, they use the Elam ending. So it's spreading throughout. Now, as much as I love it, I don't know how much I love it to go. But, I mean, I like it for this.
Well,
maybe.
Coaches aren't going to want it because they want to coach at the end of the games and have timeouts and utilize the clock. That's their strength. As a sideline basketball coach, you take that away. I think it's a great way of finishing games. You got to stay focused for the whole until you score 69 points.
All right, here we go now. The target score 69. The first team to 69 wins this one. And the Dayton Flyers trail 61-53. The time, the clock, no longer a factor as far as that's concerned. So here we go now. Coming right out of the break. I talked about it, Norm. If Dayton can come out and get that big stop, puts that pressure on Carmen's crew. They come down and knock a big shot. All of a sudden, the crowd's into it. Scoochie Smith kicks out to the corner. Is this the three I'm talking about? It is. And that's the exact
Wes Clark, great penetration by Scooch. Wes Clark with the great three. Now the crowd's in the game. Here we go.
That's what I love about it. You're never out of it. 61-56. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point ball game. And now the defensive intensity's picked up. The crowd's into it. You have Santos Silva guarding the ball on the outside. Kyle Young, a big three from the top of the key. And a great response by the former Buckeye to silence this UD crowd. That's big time. They need to score 5 before the Flyers score 13.
That's a big three. And he's hit a couple of them.
Santos Silva, cross-court pass to Daryl Davis. Daryl Davis back to Wes Clark, who hit the three the last time down the floor. He's being picked up by Morris. Gets it over to Scoochie. Scoochie Smith has been big tonight. He's being picked up by Andre Weston. Again, Andre Weston with a hand in his face. Scoochie misses it. Ball is loose. And now here comes Andre, and here comes Bradford. I apologize. Bradford goes up and it rolls in. Sullinger loved that. He's in front of us right now. Man, oh, man, you had the Flyers who came out who got the stop, Norm. They hit a three at the other end, and then within a blink of an eye, I mean, Carmen's crew just loaded up the scoreboard.
5 points.
Yeah.
It's now back to 10, and they only have 3 points with a free throw. So what a change of events right there. Kyle Young has been a dagger this whole game. The youngest player on the floor.
Oh, he misses that one. Daryl Davis coming away with the defensive rebound off the missed free throw. Here comes Clark, who hit one of the big three after the Elam ending was set. They're going to call a block. I thought Mike he pushed up a little bit, but I don't think anyone's complaining here at the arena because now some potential opportunity to get some points up on the board. 2 free throws coming his way.
Yeah, tough call on Carmen's crew. Looked like Ryan gave him a shove, but he was probably the foul occurred by being late on the charge, trying to cut off baseline.
Yeah, you see the replay. His feet weren't set. In fact, he was falling before the arm extension anyway. So, yeah, it's a good call by the officials. So, Caleb West is going to check in, and Kyle Young going to step out. Kyle Young hit a big three.
Yeah, he hit one
dagger,
in the third quarter as well. And then that Scott Martin, he hit a few in that third quarter.
So they got those 2 free throws right there. So 66-57, and they get it back. Scoochie Smith with the ball in the far right corner. Santos Silva out there on the floor as well. Good defense by Weston. Mike Sell sets the ball screen, gets it. Now he's being picked up by Bradford. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mike Sell kicks it back out to Wes Clark. Wes Clark going to be picked up by Bradford. Wes Clark going to dribble in. Contested mid-range jumper. Can't get it to fall. Caleb Weston fighting for it down low. Real physical down low. But, man, Caleb Weston, very physical again, coming away with that defensive rebound.
Mm-hmm. Tough miss. Wes Clark, little pull-up, little ISO pull-up. Hit a nice three on a few possessions before that. Had a decent second half. But this could be it here. You don't want to give up the three. You want to. And if you're Carmen's crew, you just keep playing. Grind it out.
So 66-57. The clock no longer a factor. The target score is 69. And it'll be interesting. The game before this, they kept going for the dagger three instead of just taking the high percentage looks. I'm curious to see if they're going to go for the kill shot here. About to find out now. Bradford with the ball at the top of the key. Waiting for the ball screen by Caleb Weston. Weston sets it. Bradford takes the three to win it. Ball volleyed around. Ball is loose. And Bradford goes up with the rebound. And that'll make it 68-57. So here we go now. Scoochie Smith and the Flyers. This could potentially be their final possession. We'll see. Scoochie going to dribble in. Ball is loose, and they call the foul.
Good penetration by Scooch. Try to lengthen this game as much as possible. Just putting his head down and shoulder down. And
Scoochie Smith. Oh, it's not updating? No. 68-57. 68-58 now. Scoochie Smith with the big free throw there. And here we go now. It's going to be Red Scare basketball. That's Clark with the inbounds pass. Gets it to
See if they can get a 4-point play here.
Scoochie picks it, finds Ryan Mikesell, gets the defender off his feet. Mikesell dribbles in, draws the contact, goes up with it. Can't get the shot to fall, but 2 free throws coming his way now. So remember, the next bucket for Carmen's Crew wins it. The target score is 69. They're sitting at 68. Red Scare trails by 10 at 68-58 here in the fourth quarter. Again, the clock no longer a factor.
Well, if you get these 2 free throws, you're just 3 stops. Well, how many times did you play basketball and coach said, all right, 3 stops, guys, 3 stops. 3 possessions. Come down and score 3 points. You win 69-68. That 3 by Kyle Young, that's going to sit with me for a long time. What a shot he did there.
Ryan
really
Mikesell
changed the momentum and completely changed the tone of the game.
Oh, it did. And again, if you're just tuning in, it's the TBT and WING. Justin Kinner, former Dayton Flyer, Norm Grevey. Norm and I have worked together for years calling the TBT games, going all the way back to our first year in 2020, calling them during the COVID season from the WING studios. But then 1 year we went to, the Cavelli Center. That was a fun year as well. And then, of course, we ended up at UD Arena the last 2. This is our 3rd year here at UD Arena calling the games. It is a beautiful arena, no doubt about it. The OHSA state championships held here for boys and girls basketball. We've seen the A-10 tournament played here before, obviously. So, that was that COVID year as well.
I won an A-10 tournament here. That was one of our few that we've ever won, was on our home court here at UD Arena. Can you believe that? The Dayton Flyers have only won 2 conference championship tournaments since 1988.
Well, the home court that helped propel you guys through that A-10 tournament.
And we beat Xavier, and we that's another game, charity event coming up for Anthony Grant's foundation.
It's a setup, It's like on Ohio State. Shout out to, at the time, Chris Altman, the head coach of the Buckeyes last year, for being willing to come down here. Love that Sean Miller put the rivalry aside to come down here for a good cause. Or up here, I should say.
Great
I think
for the
it's pretty
fans.
cool.
The players are playing hard to win, but the coaches aren't trying to win because they're going to play that puts their bench in and get them
unless you win, then you say you beat Xavier. That's how it goes. Here we go now. Bradford with the basketball. The next bucket for the Carmen's Crew Buckeyes wins this one. Sullinger, longtime coach, now active player for the Buckeyes. Morris gets it met by a double team. Morris quickly gets it to Sullinger. Sullinger would love to knock off the Flyers here on their home floor. Sullinger going to back down the defender. Fade away jumper. No good. Ball is loose. And coming away with it. Big time 3. It's good, and that's it. Carmen's Crew buries the Dayton Flyers here at home. 71-60. Carmen's Crew advances to the 3rd round of the TBT.
Tip out there for the 3. What a rebound. That was a good game, though. Great action. Justin, great action by both teams.
Great action by both teams.
Really hard.
I love this tournament. I love getting to see Scoochie and the guys come back. And, and the thing is, you always question, how many more years can they do this? How many more years can they get the guys to come together? I hope it's not the final time. Every year this tournament ends, you're like, man, is that the final time we see Scoochie at the arena?
You appreciate these guys giving their bodies for one more time in the summer. I do think the Red Scare might need to improve their backcourt, improve their perimeter shooting for sure. This is the 2nd year in a row where they've not been able to make shots. They're 1-2 in their last 3 games. So if you're a Red Scare fan, they need to upgrade the guard play.
Yeah, right now you got Sullinger, and the cool scenes too. You see Jordan Seibert and Jared Sullinger kind of hanging out in front of us.
So Jared Sullinger played against each other in the state final. I forget what year that was, probably 2011 or 10. Seibert went and played 2 years, I think, at Ohio State, and then revamped his career here at UD. And then Jared Sullinger, of course, was an All-American and first team All Big Ten and first-round draft pick for the Celtics.
He's just been great. As far as that goes. But Norm, I know you got the vacation coming up, and now you don't have to make that tough decision, a vacation or a second-round Red Scare action. So, no, nonetheless, hey, we appreciate everyone who's tuned in and hung out with us here tonight. We are Dayton's radio home. We carry both Wright State basketball and Ohio State basketball on our station. So, Carmen's Crew advances to the third round, and we'll have Carmen's Crew action coming up on Wednesday night here, the TBT on WING. That continues, so we're looking forward to that. But a fun matchup tonight, the Red Scare Dayton Flyers alumni team, Carmen's Crew, the Buckeyes alumni team. Carmen's Crew comes out on top, 71-60.
Great game. Justin, thank you for having me do it again. I want to do it again next year. And you do a great job with Wing and the other things you're doing.
Yep. Tell my friend I said hello, by the way.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm a big fan, and I need him to sign the jersey. You know, Deron Holmes got me a jersey, and he signed it and left it for us in the studio. Oh, yeah. Deron's a big fan of O'Kenner over here.
Oh, I love it. We got two fans.
Yeah, you got two
Deron
fans.
Holmes and Norm Grevey.
And Mark Ashman, at least I think. I haven't talked to Mark Ashman in a while, but nonetheless.
Northern guy. And, Mike Sell, probably. He would know you up there. So,
whatever.
Grant Vasily, great. Thank you for him. Santa Silva, thank you for those guys. Scooch, always a crowd favorite, future Hall of Famer. It's great. Mike Sell, probably Miss Landers, a little bit of toughness there. And Coach Gruden wasn't able to coach tonight with some things, personal things, good personal things going on.
Yeah, nothing bad, but
I think that kind of threw them off. And but thank you. This was great. And Rena did another nice job of being a host.
But hey, at least when we called the games for Red Scare, they we got to call multiple ones. On that note, thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been the TBT on WING for former Dayton Flyer. Oh, look, we could at least, we have a couple hundred people hanging out with us here. We could at least tell everyone goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We'll be back at it again on Wednesday night, bringing you Carmen's Crew action again. We appreciate you. It's been the TBT on WING, and no homerism by this guy. No homerism whatsoever.
No.
We're sitting on.
You're not a homer either. Come on, what are you talking about?
It's the one thing I've done. We're sitting on the Buckeye side.
You keep everybody on their toes.
Yes.
You definitely do. I appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Until Wednesday night, this has been the TBT on WING.
I knew there had to be a better way to get relief from joint pain aside from surgery and harmful medications.
That's football legend and dancing champ Emmitt Smith, who knows a thing or two about joint pain.
Turns out I was right. It's called QC Kinetics, and now tens of thousands of patients and counting all across the country, they're feeling amazing. They say, hey, Emmitt, you were right.
QC Kinetics zeroed in on a technology that is revolutionizing pain treatment. They are transforming patients' lives. The largest provider of non-surgical regenerative treatments using natural healing properties to help restore and repair aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs. Call them today for your free consultation.
QC Kinetics. I knew there had to be a better way. I love it when I'm right.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 937-936-0325. That's 937-936-0325. 937-936-0325.
Ooh, I'm so ready for this weekend away with my girls.
Hey, hit the road? How about some free gas?
Free gas? How?
Try new Febreze car for some serious freshness and you can win gas for a full year. Visit Febreze.com to learn more.
Say less.
You may not win, but you're going to have a fresh smelling whip.
Thanks, DJ Fresh. Now how about some music?
Hey, yo, this next one goes out to new Febreze car for giving you a chance to win free gas.
La, 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 la.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 to enter in 73124 for rules and how to enter. Visit Febreze.com.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Beach Bum.
Hey, we're heading down to the beach. You coming?
Yeah, Dad. You coming?
I had a little too much to eat at the resort buffet. I need a minute. Oh, you overdid it. And now your beach vacation is giving you belly waves. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief so you can get back to making memories.
Let's go, Dad!
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.